and we are back. So our next runner is going to be Laxxus. He's going to play Skyblazer for the Super NES. Yeah, ready for this run? Let's take it up, Laxxus.
Alright, hello everyone. Thanks for the introduction. Yeah, this is Skyblazer for the Super Nintendo 1994 platformer, I believe. Yeah, let's just get right into it. And we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so first of all, in this intro stage I want to get my health low. I mean, I don't want to die, but I need to get to 1 health, because I will actually die after this stage. And it would take longer if I had more health. So yeah, this is Ashura, and he captured Vishnu and then kills me. So round is already over. But luckily there's this old man. I don't know who he is. He's just an old man, and he just revives me and then tells me all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I'm playing on the Japanese version. It's gameplay wise exactly the same, but it is like 18 or 19 seconds faster than the US version on text and stuff like that. But they changed the story. In the Japanese version, the story is very heavily influenced by Hinduism, as some may be caught with the names Vishnu and Ashura already. But they completely took that out in the Western releases, probably because they, from Nintendo, like, they never wanted any religious stuff in their games for some reason. Anyway, so there's pretty much always like one transition stage, I call it, and then one boss stage. This is like the first boss stage, and as you can see, I take a few damage boosts because the iframes are just really long in this game, and you always get boosted in the opposite direction that you're facing. So if you turn around right before you get hit, then you just boost the right way, and that was a slightly unintentional, unintended shortcut. And that was the first quick kill. Perfect. So, first for the boss, you have to have a very specific timing with your magic in order to stun lock him like that. Otherwise, why did I? Whatever. He goes back into invincible, and you have to wait a whole cycle, and that's pretty miserable. And timing is not too hard, but you lose a lot of time if you fail it. And then, well, what happened before that is zip. So in this game, there are basically 2 ways to zip. But you can only zip either left or up. I did both there. So if you duck and then do a punch, and during the punch animation you jump, you go slightly into the ground for a moment, and if you time it correctly, then you can either get a little bit into a wall with like a direction, or the way I did it there, I grab the wall but my foot is still in the floor, so then I can zip and save a lot of time. So I entered this door just to reset this platform cycle and get hit for no reason, that's fine. And here we're gonna see the other way to zip, which will look pretty similar to you, but just going up here. So once I am in the wall like that, to zip up I have to press jump, and then exactly 2 frames after I have to press attack. So it's frame perfect, but since it just depends on my button presses, it's not too bad. And one more, and we are onto the second boss. Second boss is this weird thingy rolling around, and then you punch him in the eye and then he rolls again. It's a really boring boss, basically an auto-scroller, because it's always the same. And no matter how you attack it, you deal the same amount of damage, so using magic wouldn't speed it up. Oops, I should try to not die here. But yeah, I forgot to mention, after every boss you get a new magic spell, and from the first boss, the one we got was this dash. I don't know what kind of names they actually have. But that dash is like the best move for the speedrun, obviously, because you move a lot faster. It does cost 2 magic points every time you use it. Like you see the magic at the top middle of the screen. And top left is my health. And yeah, this is like peak SNES graphics and technical thingies. It's great. This is just a bonus stage. I don't need to grab all these things, I just do because I can. So every one of these big gems brings me 10 gems, and if I get 100 then I get an extra life. So I get a lot of extra lives in this, but I hopefully don't need them. And then I just position myself at a certain spot at the bottom so I get hit as quickly as possible from those spikes, and the bonus. So I was saying how important like the dashes and the magic you need for it. So another very important part of the speedrun is manipulating magic drops. Drops in this game are frame based from the moment you enter a screen. So with knowing that, if you do certain things, you can manipulate magic drops like this. I actually manipulated 2 there, so I can do more dashes. That one is pretty free, but this next one is pretty hard. For both of these magic attacks I have a 3-frame window. We got the first one. And the second one is relatively easy. Has a pretty good visual cue for that, but yeah, that refills my magic to full, which is very important for the boss, because without full magic it's a lot slower. Then we just have this little crusher section, which is actually kinda scary, because at least 1 or 2 cycles are relatively tight. You really don't want to miss them, and you also don't want to get crushed. Yeah, next boring boss. Yeah, it's just this wall that rotates like that, and then after each phase you just hit the face, I guess. And yeah, the magic deals more damage. You can only hit him once per cycle, and the magic deals more damage than you would do with your normal attacks. So if I didn't have full magic there, I would get extra cycles, and that wastes a lot of time. There's a lot of mode 7 in this game. It's that good. Alright, and of course every game needs water stages, so here we go. I really dislike these stages here. It's really slow, but whatever. So you can see everything in this game is like routed around having the right amount of magic for dashes everywhere, basically. And here we go. Good old water temple, I guess. So for most of the game, this is very marathon friendly, because like if you die, you respawn right in the room you died on, and you start like with 4 health and 4 magic. But messing up in this stage, especially on the boss, would be really bad, because this boss is horrible. Also, this stage casually is actually pretty mean, because getting through this maze of currents is actually pretty challenging. Obviously, when you know where you're going, it's simple. But here we go with the boss. I should not talk, so I need to... I needed to time those last 2 hits. If I fail that quick kill, this boss is horrible, because each one of these clams spawns a big fish which takes like 4 hits each, and they chase you the whole time, and it is miserable. It is just miserable. So I'm glad I got past that. All right, another magic drop manip. I think that was too early. Yeah, didn't get it. That's okay. That's not okay.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
We have a donation of $20 by Kyo in France that says, Laxxus, we love you. Woo! Let's go.
Thank you very much for that donation, Kyo. Yeah, this stage is kind of boring, so if you have anything else, feel free.
We have no donations for now. I would like to remind everyone you can still go with exclamation point donate to have the donation link, and you can also go for any incentives that's left right now, which is well, our incentive right now would be for Super Metroid Kill or Save the Animals.
Oh, I failed it. So there was another manip for a magic drop, but I unfortunately didn't get it. It's another 3-frame window. It's pretty tricky. I got the second part, so optimally I would be at full magic now, but that's no big deal. We can adjust to that in the next stage. And yeah, this game has a few auto-scrollers. I mean, no one really likes auto-scrollers, but I don't really mind them in this game. Like, they're normally not too long. It's a relaxing time in between. So next stage is, especially casually, a pretty tricky one. It's like basically another maze, like the water maze, just with wind currents this time. So yeah, luckily I know how to deal with it, so I should be fine. I say that and fail. Okay, we got through. So yeah, if you move the wrong way, then there are quite a lot of current that just go straight down and you land in a pit and die. It's kind of mean. Okay, this boss has a very precise quick kill. By doing these exact movements, I manipulate his pattern. And there we go. That was pretty good. If you don't do that, like, he splits up in on every cycle he splits up in 4 parts, like 3 images of him, and you don't really know which one is the right one, and it's not good. Alright, we are getting to the hard stages here. This one is a scary one. Oh yeah, if you what I just did there was when you start a jump and then use the dash, if you keep holding jump, you keep the jump momentum for after the dash, so you can like finish your jump after the dash, which is very useful in certain spots. Another manipulation here. Let's reset the room and go for it again, because I missed something. Oh, I failed it again. No, I got it. Okay. So, very specific movements, like I bonk my head at the ceiling, then do a standing slash, and then do my magic. Similar thing here. Oops, missed it. Very specific setups to just get the right frame window, but once you know them, they are usually not too bad. Then we have this weird flying elephant shooting apples thingy. Once again, I'm manipulating his attacks by standing very close to him at the end. That way he only shoots apples. If you stay further away from him, he will either do a jump, which is very slow, or he will just dash at you. Both of those attacks are not good, and you don't want them. So that was pretty good. Here's another intermission stage, basically. And the elephant is very sad. The stage has like a secret exit here inside that tree, so yeah, that was the whole stage. But now we get to the hardest stage. Especially the first 2 rooms are very tricky. You will see why. So I'm doing a zip right here, right in the spikes. And if I don't get this first or second try, then my iframes run out and I would get hit by that samurai. Oh, wasted a cycle. And these samurais deal 4 damage, and as you can see, I currently have 4 health, so I'll just die. And then in the second room, in the crusher room, I clipped into the ceiling to save a cycle. I still lost the cycle again, but I did the clip, so that counts, right? And if you do that clip wrong, then you just die. Another manipulation for that magic drop by just slashing twice before going onto the elevator. All about that magic. And here, because like water rooms are always fun, so we just have one. There's a lot of currents in this screen. It's horrible. It's really a horrible screen. But we got the next magic minute. Why not? So, because we have that magic, just do that. No, I'm not ready for Mega Man X7, X6, I will never be. Alright, another quick zip and we are onto the boss. And the boss we will stun lock, hopefully. Oh, and I've completely failed, nice. So much for that. That's rare that I fail that. So let's do that now. The magic I used gives you invincibility and increases your damage, and that's the only time you ever use it, but unfortunately I failed the fight. Oh well. We got through. And now we have the by far strongest magic, the Phoenix. You will see in the final stage what it is capable of. It's just very, very strong. And we have another bonus stage. By the way, the bonus stage music is just so good. I love it. I mean, overall, the music in this game is really good, and the game in general is, I think, a really good game, and it's often overlooked, or a lot of people don't even know the game. I think everyone should give it a try. It's a really fun game casually, and as a speedrun. So after this, we get to the final stage of the game. The final stage starts with an auto-scroller, yay! First here's menu boss. Okay, pick the bottom option. If you pick the top option, like you just mash, then it will tell you more story for like 10 or 15 seconds. And we don't want that. Alright, so that's the Phoenix, like you can fly with it. It costs more magic than any other spell. It costs 4. Most other stuff costs 2. You can fly with it and it deals a lot of damage. And after this auto-scroller we get a boss rush, and in the boss rush you will see the power of the Phoenix. We don't get to fight all of the bosses again. We don't get to see the dragon from the last stage and the... wait, which other one do we not see? I forgot. There's another one that we don't see again. Yeah, that's that's the first boss with the Phoenix. And that's my cat. I don't know if you could hear it, probably you could. Unfortunately, even the Phoenix can't stop auto-scroller boss from rolling around. Also, one thing to note is this game has no RNG at all in the speedrun. Which is kinda nice. Pretty consistent game if you are good enough. But getting consistent at the zips is it's not too easy. It's also not too bad. Oh yeah, second auto-scroller boss also. It's not impressed by Phoenix. But the next two bosses are definitely a lot easier, thanks to that. So first we have the underwater boss again. Yeah, that's a lot easier and faster. And then as last boss rush boss we have the elephant again. And then we get to the final boss fights. So yeah, really, really simple with Phoenix. Never seen this game before? Yeah, a lot of people don't know this game, sadly. It is so good. It's kind of a hidden gem. Alright, we get to face Ashura. Remember him from the intro? And this time we have the power of the Phoenix. This fight is basically the only tiny bit of RNG, because the way he moves is a bit RNG, but it doesn't matter. It's from 94, so it's not super late. Alright, now final boss. Final boss is very scary because the Phoenix here unfortunately is not very effective. No matter with what you hit him, he takes the same amount of damage. So we will use the healing spell, which we haven't seen before, and we will trade hits with him. So getting hit by his body is just 1 damage. Getting hit by the laser or that explosion after the laser deals 2 damage, so we want to avoid that, so damage boost through, and if we don't mess up, then we have exactly enough. Okay, we should be fine. Time is coming up. We have exactly enough health to finish the fight. And time. That was pretty solid. Like that fight is, once you get good at it, it's not very hard. It looks very simple, and in theory it is relatively simple, but it is very scary because one mistake and you're basically screwed and you die. And especially the hits after you use the healing spell. When you jump up, use the healing and then come down again. They are tricky to get, and it's easy to get hit first, and then yeah, you kind of messed up everything. But yeah, that was a pretty good run. Very solid. That was a low 26, which is really good. Current PB is a 25, 40 or 39. I don't know. I got it today, and I didn't check the exact time yet. But yeah, pretty good run. Happy with this. Thanks everyone for the GGs, and oh yeah, lost a lot of time on that dragon fight. That was unfortunate. I hope you do enjoyed the run, and yeah, I can only once again say everyone should try this game out casually at least. It's a really good Super Nintendo game, and a lot of fun. And the speedrun as well, so pick that up as well. Especially Ahmad, he's always looking for new games to pick up, so you should just learn this.
Alright, thanks Laxxus. Any shoutouts before you go out?
Shoutouts to, first of all, to Kart and Ahmad and Manix for organizing and restreaming all of this, doing fantastic work. And then shout out to Spyreal for crushing me in this game and getting a really good time really quickly. But yeah, thanks to everyone. Was a lot of fun again. Thanks for having me, and enjoy the rest, and don't forget to donate.
Alright. So, up next, don't go away, guys. We got a race. I think, is it a race? I think it's a race of Super Mario Kart. It's a 2-player run. It will be ran by Jarmo and Fire Waster. It will be a Grand Prix 150cc. So don't go away, guys. We'll be back with Super Mario Kart.